So now you can see I'm in the application. And the first thing that I'm going to do is comment that we're in a portal environment. So everything is browser-based. There is no software that you need to install physically on the business user's machine to be able to access this. And you can see some of the recent activity, or there's some of the recent reports that have been pulled up inside the system on screen. Now what I'm going to do first and foremost is to show you how we go ahead and create it and how simple it is to use. So the first thing that I'm going to do is you'll notice that there's a new button here in the bottom left-hand corner. I'm going to click on New, and you can see it's going to ask me what do I want to do. There's a number of things that are there, but I'm going to start off with the creation of a new dashboard. So I click on Dashboard, and now it's going to ask me for the template that I'm able to use. So I'm going to choose one of the templates that I like, and just click on OK. Once the template is open, I'm now going to be asked to select a specific source. So that's a package that we've created specifically for SAP B1. So there's a package that we have here called our SAP B1, and I'm going to go ahead and add that in. So you're going to see that on the left-hand side. Now again, this is just like a menu, and you can see information that's there. So if I open up the calendars area, you're going to see information on calendar, the year, the quarter, the month, and so forth. If I open up salesperson, I'm going to see some information on salespeople. If I open up the items, I'm going to see some folders that are there. Right now I see the general folder. If I open that up, I'm going to see some information with regards to the item description or the item family and some additional information. I have some information on cost and selling and so forth, or supply. I have information on customers, where I have my ship tos and my bill tos. I can open up my bill tos, and I can see again I have it organized in folders. So if I want address information, I just click on the address and I can see all that information with regards to the address. If I click on General, I'm going to see my description of my customer group, and so forth. Okay. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start creating my dashboard. But now the first thing I'm going to start with is I'm going to open up my sales and credits. Now you'll notice one thing that we have in here is that we have sales and credits combined. For those that are very familiar with SAP Business One, sales is coming from one set of tables and credits is coming from a different set of tables. What we've done in our QuickStart solution is we've consolidated the information to allow you to see net sales. So you have both sales and credits all in the same, but you're able to differentiate between sales and credits if you'd like to see them. I have the information from doc information, where I can see invoice number and invoice date and so forth. But I want to focus in on the line key figures, which is our measures. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drag my net sales. I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to bring it right into the dashboard, right into this area on the blue area. I'm going to let it go. And I'm going to see the net sales. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab gross profit. I'll take that, and I'll bring it right to the side. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to grab two others. I'm going to take my discounts and bring it right over here, followed by my commissions, which I'm going to bring right to the side. Now the formatting that I'm looking at right now is not necessarily one that I particularly am fond of, so I'm going to change a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the format of that measure, and I'm going to go ahead and change it to an abbreviation. So instead of seeing 407,920, it's going to abbreviate it to 408K. I'm going to do the exact same thing to the other measures as well, so we have consistency. I'm going to do it for net sales. And I'm going to do it for discounts. Again, I just click on the measure, on format, number, and just say abbreviate. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to bring some context into this. So I'm going to move up right now to where my item family is inside of the items area, and everything is all organized. So I'm going to take my item family, and I'm going to just go ahead and put it just over here in this section. I see my item families. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller just to give myself a little bit more room. The next thing that I'm going to bring in is I'm going to bring in the salesperson. Just going to bring that right over here. And again, I'm just going to resize it so I can see it very nicely. So now I've got my salespeople and my item family. What I can do right now is if I just click on LED drivers, what will happen is my numbers have now just changed for LED drivers. So the overall sales that I was looking at before is now focused just for LED drivers. But then I can add further context by saying I just want to look on AFS agency, so I can just click on that, and now my numbers are going to get filtered even more so. I can control-click Chris G and get him included as well, and my numbers again are filtered for those as well. To eliminate the filters, I can do one of two things. I can just control-click the ones that I don't want, or I can just go ahead and click on the filter up here and just say exclude or delete that filter. And we're back to the 83.2 million and 27.4 million in gross profit. The next thing that I'm going to be able to do is I'm going to add additional information to this dashboard. So I'm going to go ahead and take gross profit and bring it right into this area of the report. It's going to again show me that $27.4 million. But this time, what I want to do is I want to look at it graphically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move up to where I have my Bill to Customer group, and I'm just going to bring it right on top of the number. And what's going to happen is it's going to pick a display that it feels that is the most representative of the information that you're including. So as you can see, it shows a graphical display that shows the information. However, you might not like that specific display. You might want to change it for something else, because although it's using intelligence to say this is the best display that we think that you should be looking at or using, it may not be one that you want. So I'm going to go ahead and expand this, and it's going to open up, and I'm going to change my display. I'm going to change my visualization. My visualization right now is going to get changed to a different one that I like, which is called a word cloud. So I'm going to click on the word cloud, and what the word cloud is going to provide you with now is it's going to show you the same information. However, instead of showing it to you as a bar graph, what you're going to see is the information is going to show you that the largest name or the largest value that shows up is going to be in the biggest font. So as you can see, contrast lighting is what shows up. If I put my mouse on top of it, it's going to tell me that $12 million is accounting for that. But I can also look at commercial lighting as an example. It's saying that that's accounting for 1.4 million. So again, it's very visual. It gives you a great way to context your information and see things at a glance. I'm going to now go ahead and collapse this. And now it's in context. So now when I'm looking at this report, again, I can go back to looking at just LED drivers. My numbers again are changing. And now my context report is now showing, it's saying, well, commercial lighting is accounting for 260, others is coming in at 374, and so forth. Again, I can do the same thing with regards to doing it for a specific agency or a specific salesperson, as an example, and just select the one that I want, and again, all my context is changing. Okay? Again, to remove the filters, I can just control-click on the ones that I want. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to bring things in context from a date perspective. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and select my calendar year and bring it into the top left. Now what's going to happen again is it's going to choose the context that it likes. I don't particularly like that display, so I'm going to change it. So I can click on my change visualization. And this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to what I like to refer to as a data player. I can go ahead and close that. And now I have the ability to say, well, I want to see the numbers for 2015. So again, I just click on 2015, and my numbers are now changing. 2016, I've got that, or 2017. So that's really how we create our context. And we have the ability to create additional filters by working in this area over here where we want to apply filters across the board. Or you have the ability to create additional tabs if you like. Just like you would in Excel, have multiple tabs, you can have multiple dashboards. And that's the resulting one that you're looking at. So that's from a dashboard perspective. Thank you so much and have yourself a very good afternoon.